No, you are 100% correct. This is why you hear me say when I talk about what you eat, I'm not just talking about food. It's what you take in, what you visually allow to enter into your mind. What you, as far as auditory, what you hear, what you sit and listen to, and you allow inside. It plays a role because a lot of that shit drives your diet. People get sad and eat certain foods. Like somebody said earlier, people look for comfort foods based on how they feel. Emotions are directly related to your diet. A lot of the things that we eat play a role in our energy levels. Rather you up at a current moment and then down later on. So what you're saying is very relevant. Has anybody actually had a conversation about diet or, food choices with an elder or the person that raised them?
Yes, actually, well, that's one thing that I wanted to say earlier too. Before my grandmother passed away, she told me that when they used to get sick, because like I said, my family was, I came from a family of farmers. Mm-hmm. So she told me that back in their day, that when they were sick, they didn't go to a hospital for medication or anything like that. My grandma said that when they got sick, they used to go to the backyard, cut some little herbs, mm-hmm. and then come into the kitchen, boil it, make a tea, and that's how they got better.
So and I'm glad you shared that. If you really sit down and just take some time to educate yourself on medicine, most of where any one particular medication is originating from is some sort of plant or something from nature that has the same properties that they have enhanced or duplicated in a lab in that particular pill or syrup or whatever to do a specific task in the body, right? So what you're saying is so true. And the problem is we have gotten away from educating ourselves on this part. So we end up solely relying on whatever is being told to us on the side of medicine bottles. A lot of us that don't go to the doctor, it comes from fear of being, having to take accountability for one, what's really wrong with us. But then also, just the fear of what has happened in history with slavery and different type of experiments that went on with urban people, black people, poor people when it comes to government and testing out medications. We have to get back to taking control of not only our diet, but what we know about nature, medicine, herbs, spices, things that are natural remedies to what's going on. And a lot of what we feel like is an ache or a pain, it can literally be cured by changing what we're putting in our bodies and the things that we're exposing ourselves to. A lot of us don't realize, for example, and I'll get into this as I go through the necessities when it comes to diet and what the human body needs to actually function. But a lot of us lost track of what plants are for. Trees, when it comes to just needing oxygen, we need plants. And for a lot of people that stay indoors a lot, you are not getting the correct levels of oxygen that you need. And I'm going to tell y'all how just the simplest mind can understand that what I'm saying is important. When you go to the hospital, I don't care if you go for an STD or a gunshot wound. They going to put that little thing on your finger with that light to see what the fuck your oxygen levels is over anything. You can be bleeding, all that. They going to put one of them motherfuckers on your finger or your toe to see how much oxygen you are actually getting. That shit is important. But when you look around, we don't have a lot of plants in our house. Most people get somewhere, they want to cut down all the trees around their house and shit instead of managing and keeping nature growing around them, because this is what we need. You sit inside all day long breathing from vents and shit based on paint and fucking building materials. That the apartment complex was built. Now, all of this shit plays a role in your health, your mood swings, the things that's going on with you. So I'm gonna jump right into what I